Hello and welcome to the 6th mission in our The Island Let's Play, Darkness. Begin a counterattack under the cover of darkness. Call sign is going to be Victor 1-3. On the scouting sortie, a large enemy fleet was detected north of the island. The enemy has also begun landing ground units on the island. Before we can begin to move in and take back the island, we need to eliminate the threat posed by the enemy long-range missile cruiser. The cruiser has an array of launch tubes which we believe are capable of deploying two-stage surface-to-air and anti-ship missiles. It also has vertical launching system defense cannons, so it may not be effective to use conventional bombs or air-to-ground missiles. In order to take out the threat, we are authorizing the use of an AGM-89 Anti-ship Cruise Missile. It has advanced features such as waypoint navigation, radar target acquisition, and a large payload. Use it wisely and destroy the high priority target. Mission launches at midnight. You will be escorted by a small wing of fighters to defend you from airborne threats. The enemy has likely deployed more self-propelled SAM units to the island, so keep an eye out for missile launches and radar logs. Good luck. So, we've got a big old fancy cruise missile. The problem is, it's very, very expensive. So, ready for the loud bongs? If we slap one of these bad boys, if we slap one of these bad boys, took off symmetry, detached one to the bottom of our plane, although that's upsetting me, it's like, it's too close to my cannon. I want it on that side. We are overpriced, even with half fuel. So I'm probably just going to take off my AGMs. I'm going to keep my, let's take off both sides. I'm going to keep my AIM-9s on, just because I like to have some air-to-air capability. Just makes me feel safe. So, yep, that'll do. We're flying at night. Going on. Awkward silence. Radio chatter.
We need to take out that long-range missile cruiser. We'll have a couple of escorts to clear out any air threats along the way. They have probably deployed more anti-air units to the island, so keep an eye out for missile launches. Good luck.
Gonna scooch forward in
Victor
real life.
Here. We'll form up on you once you get in the air.
So, in the settings for this game, you can toggle whether or not your night vision goggles, which can be toggled by pressing this button here, or I have it set. See, MVG triggers just appeared. Well, not I have it set. Everyone has it, so you can also pull the trigger on your forehead to turn it on. I just have it set so it gives you these contextual hints when you hover your hand over a input. Anyway, in the main settings of the game, you can make it so your night vision's full screen rather than just a little circle in the middle. Like, the little circle is good for like immersion and real life, but this is just better for gameplay. It's easier and it's also better on video. So these screens are really hard to see because they're really bright, but there is somewhere on here a nice brightness thing for your MFD brightness. So if you turn that down, these become nice and readable with night vision on. So let's just get in the air because everybody's waiting for us.
Hostile spotted.
So hopefully our wingmen are going to be worrying about taking out the baddies, and we don't have to do much. Just transition to the horizontals. Let's take a brake lock, landing gear, flaps. Let's go nice and slow. I'm not in a rush to go anywhere. So my wingmen should be engaging these hostile aircraft, so I shouldn't have to worry too much about being shot down, but we'll see how that goes. So take off and prepare for your strike. So if I put the waypoint, it's telling me to go towards the island. So yeah, we're trying to take out this long-range missile cruiser.
It should only take one well-placed anti-ship missile to take the cruiser down. There are multiple ships out there, but we only care about the big one for now. If you can, acquire a positive ID on the target before setting up your missile waypoints. The ship should have 8 launch tubes on the forward deck. Your objective waypoint is the last known location of the fleet. Don't get too close.
Splash. Hostile down.
Missiles trashed.
Let's put this on night mode.
Target locked. Fox 3.
Our wingmen are doing a good job.
He's not going to survive that one.
Right, let's do a quick save before this gets hairy. So let's get our TGP on the waypoint. We're going to zoom in. we want to get positive ID on this ship. So once we've seen it, I'm going to use this GPS send to send a GPS marker to my GPS system within the plane, so we can kind of see we've got radar signals in the distance, just looking through the plane at the moment at those diamonds. So we are definitely looking for things in this direction. There we go, we've got eyes on a little boat. We want to find the big boats. Right, they're starting to come into view, starting to come into render distance. So we've still got lots of little boats. What's this one? That's a bit bigger. I wouldn't say it has lots of launch tubes. Lots of radar just appeared off there. They're going to be enemy aircraft. So I'm hoping my wingmen are going to go sort them out, so I don't have a bad time. Let's slow down so we're getting too close.
Missile lost track.
But that doesn't look like launch tubes. That doesn't look like launch tubes. That looks like lots of little launch tubes. See, or is that, are they drones? Let's have a look what else we got. Let's just put the autopilot on so I'm flying like a spastic. Don't think it's that one.
That's a miss.
Could be that one, couldn't it?
Fox 2. Yep, that's a splash.
Riveting gameplay, I know. It's hard to tell. Can't see anything with colour. I actually prefer day mode, I think. There's too much heat signature coming off. Are they drones or are they missiles? What do we think, lads? Ah! That's the missiles. The fact it launched a missile's nice. So I'm just going to put a GPS marker just in front of this boat. Actually, I'm just going to put it on the boat. Why not? I'll put it just in front of the boat. The GPS send. We now have a GPS marker.
Missile on me.
We also have a missile coming in, so I'm just going to GTFO. Because that's all we needed. We needed this GPS point. And then cruise missiles are actually really boring. So you just need a GPS point. You can even make a nice fancy path to steer it onto target. I'm just going to do the one.
Rifle.
And then you select your anti-ship cruise missile. It's in range.
Missile on me.
And it just flies there. To give it a little bit of a help, I'll launch it facing the right direction. Let's just look in our equipment, because there's actually some settings for this missile. You can choose how it approaches, so it either goes direct, or it skims along the sea, stays nice and low, or it skims along the sea and then does some little like wiggles as it approaches, or it skims along the sea and then as it gets to the boat it pops up and attacks from the top down. So I might go for sea skim evasive, and I'm literally just going to point this way and fire it. And now it's off on its little merry way. There it goes. Like a little plane. Let's not crash into it! Jesus Christ, missile, you fucking little prick.
Good effect on target.
Yeah, you, I'm angry with you. You're a bad cruise missile. Can you lock onto it? It's fiddly if you can. Go on, snap on. Alright, I'm not sure if you can lock onto them. But yeah, that thing nearly just killed me. What a massive dick. But yeah, that's it now. So we just got to hope I put that GPS point in front of the right boat, because it will fly to that GPS point and then it activates its own radar and then looks for the nearest big old ship. So that's why I kind of wanted to put the GPS point in front of that long-range missile carrier, because I want it to fly to that point and then when it gets there, then activate its radar and fly into the nearest ship. So if you don't put that GPS point on close enough, it might accidentally hit one of the other ships. I could have done a fancy path to like fly around the edge or something, but I couldn't be bothered. So that missile now is just off doing its thing, and I'm going to pray to God that in a minute this is going to say 1 of 1, because the missiles hit the right ship, it didn't get shot down. I can't really, I'm afraid, fly in that way and let us watch it and see what's going on, because we will get shot down. So all I'm doing is flying back to base, back to the aircraft carrier, in the hope that in a minute it's going to tell me I did a good job. Yeah, so see here on the map, we can actually see our cruise missile. That's our cruise missile coming into my GPS point.
Guns, guns, guns.
So we can only hope
Missile on me.
that it hits the right boat.
Shack.
All these little like triangle thingies, they're planes in the air.
Oh, they got me. I'm punching out.
This diamond with a box around it is our GPS point. So we're getting close to the point where it's going to activate its radar and look for its own targets. And let's just, please, this goes to 1 of 1. Exciting, I know, riveting. Riveting gameplay.
Good effect on target. That ship won't be a threat anymore, but there's plenty of anti-air still out there. You're cleared to RTB.
I've already RTB'd, mate. Aircraft carrier, this is Victor 1-3, request landing. I beg your pardon. Aircraft carrier, this is Victor 1-3, request landing.
Victor 1-3, cleared to land on the
To use my
carrier.
fancy voice. So yeah, that is that mission. It's ridiculously simple in terms of what you got to do. Take off, GPS, shooty, fly home. But it can be fiddly. If that GPS marker's not quite in the right place, you can accidentally blow up the wrong ship. You could probably just about afford to bring 2, so you could kind of have 2 attempts. I kind of just went all in with a 1, risked it for a biscuit. That sticks on the head, zoom out. Oh my gosh, that's a very bright boat. Might actually put that on day mode. Yeah, it's a bit less intense. Even then, that's still quite bright. I might just have it on colour. Yeah, that's plenty. I don't want to blitz my retina. Well, actually, for like cinematics, what happens if I turn off night vision? Oh, that's dark, isn't it? And then I'm pretty sure, well, I can't see shit, and I shouldn't be doing this now. Oh yeah, that bloody, I hate that light there. The on the aircraft carrier, there's this thing that lets you know if you're too high or too low when you're doing a traditional landing. Those lights there, and they completely fuck with the TGP. They always bloom, and it just looks awful. If I put the landing gear down,
Follow
yeah.
the taxi path to your parking area.
Anyway, what I was going to do and never got around to doing because I can't see shit in it because I forgot to turn my lights on, but I will just quickly show you what I wanted to do but never got around to doing, is I could have turned on landing lights and had a nice shiny light and used that, but I didn't. You can also turn on instrument lights, see? Nice green lights on all the buttons. Yeah, I didn't plan for any of this, so sorry. So that's it now. Those first, well, I say that's it. Those first 6 missions, right? They are like your beginner's guide to VTOL VR. It won't feel like that when you're first doing them. It's really hard because this game's hard. But once you get the feel of it, it gets easier and easier and easier. Trust me, practice, practice, practice. The next mission, mission 7, takes everything we've learned and puts it all into one mission, and does take like literally half hour. It is like doing all these 6 missions all in one go. It's epic, and I'm looking forward to doing it. So yeah, see you in the next one.